Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So before I head up to the academy and get some training today, I wanted to drop something to you guys that I just been reading and listening to a lot over the weekend. It's really, really good stuff. It's just kind of hit home to, for me. Again, this is always like that, and that's where these things come from. It's just like I'm listening to these goodies that I listen to, and sometimes I hear some things and it really doesn't really do much, and then sometimes it's like, man, I never heard it put that way before, and it just kind of makes you think, kind of makes you stop in your tracks a little bit and process it a little bit more and kind of put things in perspective and just look at it a different way and be better because of it, right? So it's not how, but who, okay? It's not how, but who. And the example was, this guy's got a nice, really nice car, a Lambo, Rolls Royce, whatever. And someone walks by or whatever and be like, man, how'd you get that? Or nice, whatever, watch, whatever it is that would make someone be like, oh man, that's nice. Like, how'd you get that? And the response is, it's not how I got it, it's who got it, And the example is for example, it's like people will just try to get things, materialistic things, or they'll try to achieve a goal, a personal goal, weight loss goal, jiu-jitsu goal, competition goal, whatever. And they're looking at just the result, not really the process. They're looking at just how did you get that, and the answer of who got it. I had to change my ways. This individual is it's the individual that got it, not how I got it. It's I had to change who I am and become a better person in all areas to achieve these things that I got. So it's not the how, it's the who. And he gave this other example of I know a lot of people, and even me personally, I know people that have sold drugs back in the day and did some things that really weren't, good things. And they were just shortcut, fast, just things that are fast, just trying to make money real fast. And, that's just not how it works. Eventually that stuff will catch up with you. You put time in and, get you in trouble, right? But if you're the good person doing good things in your life, or you're living in all these areas are good, and you're working on all these areas, again, and they gave the same example that I've been given lately is if you're exercising and you're reading the right things, listening to the right things, and you're working out, and your money's in the right place, you're taking care of your money the right way, and you're just doing all you're treating people good, and you're helping people, and you're just all these areas in your life are doing really good. You're focusing on being a better individual in all these slots. Then it's the who that gets it, not the how, because anyone can just hit the lottery or, just get lucky every now and then at a casino, or however you want to put it. You got the guys on the street just making fast money, whatever. But that's not long lasting. That thing that's just short lived. It'll last for a little while, but eventually it's going to come to an end. Versus once it's in your DNA and you are who you are, and you're just this person, then everything else is just going to come the way it's supposed to come. And it's the who that gets it, not the how. And I love that because it's I think about people ask me about my when they walk into my academy, it's one of the biggest ones in the area. It's one of the really nicest ones in the area. I got, 4,700 square feet of mat space. We got these trophies and this and that. And it's it took a lot of changing as an individual. I'm not the same person the same coach as I was when I first started in 2008. Completely different. I've learned and all these different areas where I had to fix things and this and that. And over time, business wise, coaching wise, all these other personal things in my life wise, I got to fix and get better at. And as a result, got a nicer school, because I was this is our fifth location, and you name it. I got a different house now. I got all the different cars. I got all these things. It's not the same. I don't have the same things that I had 5 years ago. I just don't. I got, bigger, nicer things, but I'm not really chasing those things. It's just the person, the individual that's changed that eventually accumulates those things over time. So, what is it that you're trying to get? If it's you just want to be in better health, which I think you should be. It's not like you get the people that just like, they're getting ready. It's summertime. So, people are going to go to Cancun, Cabo, whatever. They're going to go on vacation and they're going to go on a diet for a couple of weeks and try to just get in shape so you look good on the beach. And then when they come back, it's back to the same person. So for like a couple of weeks, it's a different person, and then back to the old person when they come back. So it's not sustainable. You can't keep that, right? But if you completely change the way you eat for the better, right, and you're drinking more water and you're exercising and you're working out and you're doing some cardio and you're just eating healthier foods, well, you don't have to worry about them no more, right? Because it's who you are, right? Versus like, well, how am I going to get in shape real quick for like a wedding or a beach trip or some kind of cruise or something like that, so you look nice in your tux or your dress or your bathing suit or whatever. I get that a lot, and then you get guys or ladies, with competition, stuff like that, and these questions of like, well, how do I win these tournaments? And I'm like, well, it starts like who you are as a person. Like, what are you gonna do to like achieve these goals? Like, you can't just train hard for a couple weeks and think that you're just gonna go out there and win. Like, this process has to have been started long time ago of like you showing up on time, being the first one to practice, last one to leave, asking questions, picking the right teammates, the harder teammates to train with, the tougher rounds and stuff like that, drilling, eating the right foods, exercising, like just showing up when you're supposed to. Like, those things you accumulate over time, like that's who you are. Like, that person is going to win, right? And every now and then you can have someone that can walk out there and win, didn't really train that hard, but that's not sustainable either. Like, so you can just pick anything, in your life that's like a quick fix versus like the process and how to get there. Like, I'd rather be the who than the how. It's like this individual is just that individual. Like, that's it. Like, it's just cut and dry. There's no, well, he's gonna change right after that. Like, no, that's who he is. Like, and people ask me like all the time. I remember I had a conversation with someone before, and they're like, well, how long have you been like that? You can't always been like that. And I'm like, I've been like this since high school. I've been with this same mentality since high school, and the birth of it was wrestling. I wrestled in high school, and it got me into running because we had to get in shape, we had to lose weight, got me into eating healthier. I stopped eating certain foods because I couldn't eat those foods because I wouldn't make weight. I'm running 3 miles before school, I'm throwing 3 miles at practice, then I had to run 3 miles after school. Like, before I went to bed, like, to make weight, I'll never forget stuff like that. I'm running in the snow and the ice, like, it's Michigan, and like wrestling season is during the fall and winter time. Like, it sucked, it's just where it all started, right? And then, my dad made me get a credit card at 18 years old. So like, he planted that seed with the credit scores and finances and made me get loans and pay them off. Like, he made me get loans. Like, he's like, we're gonna go to the bank, we're gonna get you a loan, signature loan, whatever loan, and you're just gonna pay it off. And then until you no longer need me as a co-signer, we're gonna keep doing this until they see that you've established enough credit to where you can do it on your own. So one of the conversations I had not that long ago was like, someone just kind of got, kind of smart. Like, it was like, well, you couldn't have been like this like all the time. And I'm like, well, yeah, like, I've always been into fitness. I've always been into health. Like, I'm one of the few people, like, in my entire family that is about this life. Like, it's just not normal for like Mexicans to like be like into health and fitness. Like, it's just not. Nowadays it is, but like, I was talking to my parents. I was having lunch with them yesterday, and my grandfather's not doing all that well, and then my cousin's not doing all that well, and a lot of it has to do with their eating habits. They're not good. They don't look all that good, but they're eating a little bit better, and then like they're looking better. It's just the way it works, right? Like, so the older generations wasn't about working out and cardio and eating good foods. It was just like eat Mexican food and then go to work, put food on the table for your family and just work hard and that's it, And it did what it was supposed to do, but we live in a different era now. So there's this social media, all these things that kind of like help you with like educate yourself on how to eat better and working out and all this other stuff. But anyways, I just always been that kind of person, and I've always pushed that like on my closest family members, and my students too. Like, I want you to be good. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be like this individual, because I know when you are taking care of yourself from the inside out, like, you are just going to do better. Yeah, are there people out there with a lot of money that aren't in shape and, they're not the healthiest person? Absolutely. But I don't want to be like that. Like, I'd rather be the person like that is in shape, that does have money, that does have nice things, that is doing all these things and is taking care of themselves to like show other people like, hey, this is the way it should be done. Like, this is how it should be. Like, you should be fit. You don't have to look like some magazine fitness model, but you should be in shape. You should be fit. You should be able to go up a flight of stairs and come back down with no problem. Like, you should be able to go for a jog around the block and no problem. You should be able to do some push-ups and some burpees with no problem. Like, it's your body. Like, you should be able to move it around. And the same thing with your finances. Like, you should have those things in order, because whenever it is, when you need to buy something, you want something, you can get it, So it's the who. It's not the how. It's not like, well, how am I going to get this? It's like, well, it's the who. What kind of person is going to get their finances in order to go and get the thing that you want? I had a student ask me the other day, hey coach, you're always talking about these this budget and the finances and stuff like that. Like, can you give me some tips? So I was like, well, how are you managing your money right now? And he's like, told me a little bit about it. And I'm like, okay, let me just give you this advice real quick. And so once I kind of gave him a quick little formula, it's just like, eyes got all big and I was like, wow, like, I never even thought about it like that. Like, that seems so simple, but so effective. And like, that just seems good. And I'm like, yeah, you do that, then you be more disciplined with your funds. Then when you get paid, you're going to benefit from that. It's who that person is. Are you disciplined with your money? Are you disciplined with your workouts and your eating habits and the way you think and the way you talk and the way you treat people and the whole nine, like everything in all areas? Then it's, like I said, it's the who and it's not the how, because, being in the position I am, I'm, like I said, I'm doing better than a lot of people, but then there are a lot of people that are doing better than me. Well, I'm trying to get that advice too. That's why the things that I'm listening to or things that I'm attaching myself to, I attach myself to because I'm trying to get better, right? Because I know like not everyone knows everything. You just can't, there's always room for improvement. Well, I have certain skill sets and knowledge and things that I can help people with. So I help those individuals with that because they're not where I'm at, but I'm trying to help them get them to where I'm at. Because again, the more people around me that are doing what I'm doing, then it's a lot harder to fall off because you got all these people around you doing really, really good. They're taking care of themselves, they're eating right, they're working out, they look fit, their mind's fit, their finances are fit. Like, you can't lose, okay? So it's the who, not the how. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, ask yourself, are you the individual that really deserves that? Are you doing the things in your life in all areas to deserve that? It's not like, like I'm just going to go and try to do something real fast to get this money or whatever to go and get that. Like, it's not going to work, Start off with small victories in the morning, like fixing your bed, doing your dishes, cleaning up after yourself, wiping down the sink when you get done brushing your teeth. Like, just always, I had people come over the other day, like they stopped by and stuff. It was unexpected, but my house is clean. I'm good with that. Like, anytime anybody wants to come over, my house is always clean. It's spotless all the time. Like, it's never a disaster area to where like, oh man, hold on, man, give me like 30 minutes, wait in the car so I can go inside and fix my house up real quick. No, anytime. People can walk in and look around and be like, man, it's a nice house. And that's just the way it should be. So it's the who, because that's who I am. That's just what it is. Like, it's just how it should be. So when I hear stuff like this, it's like, yeah, man, like the mindset's on the right track. Like the focus is on the right track. Like, I'm going in the right direction, because I have to attach myself to different people that I don't even know and what I listen to get like the congruency of like, hey man, I think like this person, because a lot of people don't think like me. They just don't. They think I'm crazy, but I accept that. So, but anyways, time to go Time to get this jiu-jitsu in. Catch you guys on the next one. Again, it's not the how, it's the who. And whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's the who that's going to get it, not the how, man. All right? Catch you guys later. Bye.